Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint-Germain family. Paris Saint-Germain are obviously set to face FC Nantes this Tuesday. And yeah, we're gonna take a look at the game. So, first of all, PSG, Paris Saint-Germain. We play FC Nantes away. Obviously, this game was supposed to be played between the two Villa legs, but obviously got postponed. 69% for PSG to win, 24 victories, 5 draws, 77 points, still unbeaten, 5 games left. Wait, what? Oh yeah, because this game was postponed. Okay, so after this game, only 4 games left for everyone in the league. Obviously, Ligue and shout out to Ligue and being very interesting. Apart from competition for the top spot, you got Marseille 55 points, Monaco 54, Lille 53, Nice 51, Lyon 51, Strasbourg 51. Like 4 points separating second and seventh place. So it's gonna go down to the wire. All the European spots, obviously, 3 Champions League, 1 qualification Champions League, 1 Europa League, and 1 Conference League. So, and obviously, there is also a battle here. Montpellier already relegated. Wow, that's very great because we're gonna face Montpellier soon. Should be a very easy game. I mean, they legit have nothing to play for. While Saint-Étienne have Angers, Nantes, even Stade de Rennes. I don't think. Toulouse. I think they're safe. Going to be a little bit of a competition. Obviously, Nantes sitting 14th in the table, 13 defeats. Let's take a look at their form recently. Only losing to Rennes away isn't the worst, especially with a red card. Beating Nice 2-1, that's actually a good result. Away as well. 2-3 to the half. Wow, this would have stung them because obviously they're in a relegation battle together. Beating Lille 1-0, only losing 1-0 to Strasbourg, losing 2-0 to Marseille. So Nantes 7-1. I think they also got that red card early on or something. Yeah, 8th minute. I remember that game. Berth scored a hat trick. So, actually, looking at it, Nantes do not concede that much. And obviously, we haven't beaten them this season. Paris Saint-Germain played versus FC Nantes this season, and it was a 1-1 draw. I remember that was, we're going to be honest, I think that was the worst game of the season. That was peak, Lucho, U-shaped terrorist football. It was disgusting. That game was absolutely disgusting. Let me find it. Here it is. I think we had maybe cheeky XG. Let me see the stats. 2.73 XG, 0.65, 6 big chances. But I remember we weren't that good that game. Created a lot of big chances, but we're just not performing at that level. Obviously, Dembouzou's not even in the squad. So yeah, Nantes, even though they're sitting that low in the table, they are still a cheeky side. Obviously, the goal that they scored, Ablin cooking Pacho as well. So, yeah, cheeky game. Interesting game coming up. Obviously, let's take a look if any reports, if any press conferences, if anything related to that has been dropping. Let's check it out. So, Jeremy Pignard will be the referee of the game. Interesting. Facing a 50-year-old intern who came on Monday, Luis Enrique asked, "Are you new?" Teasing him about professional future. Are you sure you want to be a journalist? I know that Antoine Combat is an important man here. Tomorrow will be a difficult match, but we have a lot of motivation because we can become the first team in the European top 5 to go so many away matches without defeat. That is true. I forgot about that. Thank you, Luchu. Merci. We're obviously 28 games unbeaten at the moment in the league. Away games only. Same record as AC Milan. I think they did it like 1984, 1985. So, yeah, all we need to do is not lose this game, and we've broken another record under Luis Enrique. We know the difficulties of matching Nantes in their stadium because of their ranking. They will also be very motivated. Remember the draw at the Parc des Princes in the first leg very, very well. It was a difficult match, and especially Nantes away last season as well. That was a very difficult match as well. I remember Lucas Hernandez had to score like a banger to give us the lead, and then Mbappe scored a penalty after he came out. But yeah, Nantes actually been a very tough team to face. Kangin is a player who makes difference when he has the ball and not just with his passes. Of course, his position against Le Havre was not his natural position, but I always encourage the player to get out of his comfort zone. If the team needs you in a different role to help in any situation, then you have to do it. Being able to play multiple positions, I think it brings a lot of benefits. I think one thing that is very clear about Kangin Lee is that his best performances are always coming in central positions. So like offensive 8, which is played a couple of times this season, or and surprisingly in the Le Havre game, he played as a number 6. So I think that's something Luis Enrique should stick to. I think that has been clear since, some couple of games this season that Kangili should just be operating in the central areas. Whenever he's put on the wing, it's a huge gap. It's a huge gap. Athletically, he just can't do it as a winger. And just you want to be involved in the game. And I think when you look at Kangin Lee's biggest strengths is his technicality, his ball retention, being able to drop deep. Even saw some defensive stuff. Like he made a great tackle that led to a great Paris Saint-Germain counterattack in the Le Havre game. So yeah, hopefully Lucha just tries him in central area. So six, I don't know if he's gonna try him in six, but just try him in the center, at least for the rest of the season, because we don't know about his future. Titis, I play the role of a father. I can give advice, administer correction, give a hug. The Titis have an excellent spirit, but it's very difficult to join a team like PSG. There's no single manual for managing them. We're demanding of them, but above all, they need support. 100%. About Osman Dembele. Dembele's frustration after Aston Villa. Osman was disappointed. He's one of the players who has the great ability to handle these moments. He wanted to pass that onto his teammates. This match was made up several moments. There was a lot of excitement at the beginning, then we lost control with a near equalizing in both matches. Then control returned. Sometimes the result doesn't reflect everything you gave. Overall, we deserve to qualify. Cheeky there by Luis Enrique and nothing else. So this is actually our training jersey for next season. Interesting. Um, all right, there. Okay. Wow, Luis Enrique was talking a lot today. Media column this incidents in Saturday. I was told that the match has been abandoned. I regret this kind of action. I condemn it. I obviously condemn the undesirable person who did this. Yes, the incidents. Maybe some like racist incident happened at the Saint-Étienne Lyon game. I don't know what happened. Pacho is doing very well without a doubt. It's the coach's chance to motivate and keep everyone, especially the players who play less, to get them hooked on that. It's a goal we all have. Yeah, Pacho's been very good. Arsenal. We prepare for them as the way we did against Liverpool. They're a team with at least as much potential as Arsenal. Corners, we won't prepare our team for that, especially that aspect of the game. Cook. We use direct short corners, which we consider to be the most dangerous for the opponent, depending on what seems appropriate to us. I believe that I have very good levels, 100%. Rotation. I rotate when I think it's important. When the Champions League matches come around, I want to put out the best 11. But to achieve the objectives we have set ourselves, you need 20 to 18 players who are connected. It's difficult because despite the fact that it's a team sport, the players have different individual behaviors. I'm not going to change my way of thinking. I like to keep as many players as possibly connected. 100%. You want to keep them in rhythm so that if, God forbid, Osman Dembele gets an injury, we're like, yeah, I mean, Desiree Doué and Bradley Barcola are in great form because they've been playing a lot of football. There are many factors to consider. You have to have a vision close to what is happening now. So I can play 90 minutes when the opponent who plays in a low block get tired less, which is the player's physical level by emotional state. Uh, yeah. All right. All right. Nuno Mendes lost one here. Nuno Mendes, a unique player, fighter jet in attack and defense. I love this player and his mentality. He's always ready to give his 100%. I think it would be very unfair if we took a player from the squad and analyze him to say what he did right or wrong. While I have mistakes, it all depends on whether you decide to focus on the positive or the negative. Find me a player who doesn't make mistakes, who isn't sometimes dizzy, who isn't in a worse state on one day. I knew him and I suffered against him in the Nations League. Wow. Shout out Lucha, man. Shout out Lucha. Didn't remember Nuno Mendes played for Portugal back when Lucha was the manager. Wow. Interesting. All right. Let's build the lineup. Let's build the lineup as we always do. So, Chiquiano. What are we gonna do? Don obviously didn't play last game. I think he's gonna come back to the starting 11. Hakimi started. Yeah, you know what? Hakimi gets the rest this time because Nuno got the rest. So I'm gonna put in Warren Zara Emery for the right back spot. Marquinhos was rested. I think he will come back into the lineup this game. It was Bernardo, Lucas Hernandez, and Warren? No, Hakimi played. So Warren was one of the fullbacks. But I think Warren will start again. Despite his bad performances. But we're playing Nantes. Marquinhos, Pacho to come into the back to starting 11. And Nuno. I could see Beraldo play. This is some of a rotation game. You know what? Yeah, you know what? Marky or Pacho. Marky. I think Marky gets double rest. Because I think Luis Enrique really would love to play Beraldo in this game. Pacho, Nuno, Warren. All right, there we got the defense. Midfield. Yeah, I think Vitinha comes back. Doué obviously started last game. Neves didn't play. Fabian. You know what? I'm gonna have Mayolo. I think Mayolo will start, and I would love him to start. I think he's in very good form, and you want to play Mayolo. You want to play Mayolo. So, shall we do here Mayolo? Hmm. Vitinha, Neves, Fabian. Fabian wants to play. Maybe Neves right back. Fabian midfield. Vitinha, Neves. You know what? No, I see Fabian starting. I don't know which one of Vitinha and Neves won't start, but I'm gonna go with Fabian like this. Attack. Kvara Dembo is set to start. I think that's 100%. It could be both Barcola and Due rested and like from the start, and then Gonçalo starts up front with Dembele and Kvara as the wingers. Yeah, you know what? Because Nantes will park the bus as well, I'm gonna give the start to Gonçalo. You know what? Let's do that. So the starters that are rested: Marquinhos, Hakimi, João Neves, and then one of the Ziridu and Barcola. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go with this lineup. This is my predicted lineup for the game, and I'm predicting let's go with a 2-0. I'm predicting Paris Saint-Germain to beat Epsilon 2-0 in this upcoming game. Let me know what's your prediction in the comments down below. We'll be live later on today with the pre-match podcast for the game. So, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this preview. And as usual, allez, 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 Paris.